Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Logan with Harmless Masculinity, and today we're going to be ranking the top 20 hip-hop artists of all time. And when ranking all these artists, I took into account a ton of different factors. Now, the main factors that we're looking at here are things like flow, clarity, delivery, influence on the culture is a huge one for me, and then obviously my own opinion. So if you see a pick exactly where it should be, awesome, leave a like. If you don't like the pick, awesome, leave a comment and let me know why it doesn't deserve to be there and why your pick does. Now let's jump straight into ranking the top 20 hip-hop artists of all time. Let's go. Number 20, DMX. Yeah, DMX is number 20. You are seeing that correctly. That should tell you immediately the amount of talent that is in here. When you can release 5 albums back to back that go number 1 every time, I'd say you're definitely doing pretty good at what you do. Good really doesn't even touch DMX though. He was a worldwide superstar for great reason, making multi-platinum album after multi-platinum album with his fast-paced, hard-hitting flow. He said what he said and meant every single word of it. He was a true legend in every sense of the word, and you could tell the impact he left on this world by the reaction to his passing in April of 2021. Forever a dog, DMX. Number 19, Kanye West. The legendary producer Kanye West made his Wait. This is a list about rap artists, not producers. Yeah, that's right. Kanye West really started in the game as an amazing producer, using droges of sample pitches and melodic hooks. Then, with the College Dropout, everything changed. He was now a rapper / producer. And either one you decided to go with will give you jaw-dropping results. Kanye West didn't just walk into the stadium. He flew in on a metaphorical spaceship and crash-landed in the middle of the stage. He blazed a path for new types of electronic sounds in the rap space and gave us many classics such as Heartless, Power, and Jesus Walks. While he may have had many wild antics, outside of the studio, when he was in it, only good things are created. Number 18, Nicki Minaj. No woman after 2007 has had a bigger impact on hip-hop than Nicki Minaj. Point blank, period. I don't want to hear a single moan about Cardi B either. She has a galaxy to go before she's in the same solar system as Nicki Minaj. Nicki had a 5-year run, the likes of which almost nobody has ever seen before, from 2010 to 2015. If you had to make an argument for who the queen of rap is, I'd hear you on Lauryn Hill or Kim, but ultimately, I would have to go with Nicki at this point. She is just too damn consistent. Number 17, Ghostface Killah. Fast paced, but ultra smooth. This was the only way the Ghostface Killah knew. And he was the best at it, but he wasn't going to do it alone. Creating the Wu-Tang Clan alongside fellow artist RZA, Ghost could have never predicted the heights at which the group he just created would reach. Being considered one of, if not the best rap groups of all time, the debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, is an absolute classic. Ghostface made sure to have a pace at which almost nobody in the entire industry could match in style and quality. Fish Scale, which was widely considered his best project ever, was his solo album from 2006 that told the heaviest of stories, but showed just how versatile he could be. Ghostface is considered by many hardcore fans to be one of the greatest of all time. Number 16, Lauryn Hill. It's hard enough to become a critically acclaimed singer in this world, but to become that and an amazing rapper? Well, that's just it takes a very special individual. And that single individual is named Lauryn Hill. She was first known for her work in the legendary group The Fugees, making the timeless remake of Killing Me Softly. Then breaking out to become a solo artist, she immediately stamped her place with The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Forever Being Told Not To, but always pushing the message that women in rap can not only keep up with men, but blow the roof off arenas. Number 15, Snoop Dogg. Let's be honest here. If this was a list for who has had the biggest impact on pop culture as a whole, Snoop D-O-double-G would be number one with no one even close. But alas, this is a list about pure talent and success in hip hop, and he still cracks the top 20. Death Row had a major player with the dog. When everyone heard his verse on Nothing But a G Thing, it was all over. His extended syllable rhymes and smooth as butter flow made for an incredible listen that made you want to move. It would be impossible for us to list Snoop's many accomplishments, but he is still making hit after hit, even to this day, all while being medicated, of course. Number 14, Big Pun. Being an absolute trailblazer for Latino hip hop artists, Pun was incredibly gifted in flow and wordplay. He may have never even made it onto the scene if it wasn't for Fat Joe stopping by a shop that he happened to be freestyling in front of. Man, we glad he did, because he found a diamond. Big Pun would go on to release a very successful album in the way of Capital Punishment, being his only solo album that many consider to be one of the greatest debut rap albums of all time. If Pun's life wasn't cut so short, he would without a doubt be higher on this list. Number 13, Ice Cube. Oh man, this one is a great take for me personally. As a huge fan of Ice Cube growing up, Ice got his start in NWA before transitioning over to be a very successful solo artist. His very brash, harsh sounding rhymes are what makes him stand out amongst many rappers of the early 90s. He was most known for his extremely front-facing approach to bars and truth. Ice Cube never let the truth go unheard. Being a bit of a revolutionist took him a very long way, not only in rap, but pop culture as well. He is now better known for his roles in big movies that see him play roles that almost go against his brass personality, such as Are We There Yet?, Friday, and Ride Along. I do have to note, he is known to have the best diss in all of hip hop history. Now, obviously, Hit 'Em Up, Biggie, that whole sort of thing. But No Vaseline, classic. Number 12, LL Cool J. One of the earlier pioneers of commercial hip hop, LL Cool J has had a lasting impact on the entire state of music, with his first album, Radio, becoming one of rap's first truly successful commercial projects from none other than Def Jam Recordings. He led an extremely lengthy career, not only in the music world but acting as well, just like Ice Cube, becoming one of the most notable rappers to ever transition to full-time acting. LL Cool J is one of the anomalies of this list though, being that he really isn't here for his masterful skill at rapping. He is great at rapping, but moreover his unique style that led to many ballad rap tracks and slower hit Grammy singles. He's considered to be one of the best at the love subgenre of hip hop. Number 11, KRS-One. After making his start in the group BDP, Boogie Down Productions for short, everyone pretty much knew at that moment he was extremely ill with his wordplay and metaphorical take on bars. He's been a consistent player in not only hip hop, but pop culture as well, being one of the leaders in the humanitarian movement against racism and violence against black culture. KRS is one of the biggest influences for a couple top artists on this list. He will forever be a legend in the game. Number 10, Kendrick Lamar. He is the youngest and most recent entrant in hip hop that is in this top 20. He is absolutely deserving of it. In his career, he has already made 5 studio albums, of which 4 are considered all-time greats, and 1 being considered one of the greatest of all time in Good Kid, Mad City. He has evolved rap to a new state of lyricism specifically. I gotta tell you, if you've never heard his verse off of the 2013 track by Big Sean, Control, you can click off this video right now and go bless your ears for 3 minutes straight to some of the best rap you will ever hear. Number 9, Nas. I know I'm gonna have people in the comment section about this one saying that I have him criminally too low on this list, and they were expecting him to be at least in the top 5. All of you have incredibly valid arguments for that. Just like Kendrick, Nas created to be what many consider to this day as the best front to back pure rap album of all time in Illmatic. His New York flow is iconic. He went very deep with his wordplay and storytelling. Most older artists even consider Nas as the GOAT. RZA even called him the Bobby Fischer of rap, citing his super early mastery of rapping. Number 8, Andre 3000. Let me just start this spot out by saying that Rolling Stones has Hey Ya as the number 10 best song ever made in any genre. I'd say if you can make a song that is credited as being number 10 best song of all time, any genre, you're probably pretty freaking great. Andre has an incredible influence in the space of hip hop for artists today like Kendrick Lamar and Future specifically. He's considered by many to have the best combination of timing and lyricism from any artist ever. And plus, your mom probably had a crush on him, so there's that. Number 7, Lil Wayne. You can make a very strong argument that Lil Wayne had the best 7-year stretch by any hip hop artist ever. He dominated the charts and pop culture in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Most people forget how strong he was as an artist, even in his earlier days with the Hot Boys. Later showing just how insane of an MC he could truly morph into. His wordplay and double entendres are the most acclaimed in hip hop. Honestly, I would even say it's underrated. He's credited with polishing some of the other greats in the space, like Nicki Minaj and Drake. Number 6, Rakim. I can be very honest when saying that this is the only entrant where he is here for one reason and one reason only: influence. Go online and type in just about any other artist on this list. On their wiki pages, in interviews, it will be stated that Rakim was a huge influence and inspiration for them in the game, trailblazing a path for everyone, especially Eminem. Eminem has been a long-stated, quote-unquote, kidnapper of Rakim, where he took so much from the man and credits him with almost everything. Rakim is humble even to this day though, and was one of the first true lyricists of the game. Now with Rakim right here, I gotta go ahead and just brace everyone for this next pick. Please just do not light this video on fire, please. Number 5, Drake. Okay. I'm gonna start this pick off by saying a single statement that cannot even be subjectively disputed. Drake has single-handedly dominated the 2010s to the present era of hip-hop. No other artist has even come close to the amount of impact that Drake has had in this space in this period of time. He has, in my eyes, surpassed his mentor Lil Wayne in not only success, but skills in most areas that matter. And honestly, in the top 5, there's really nobody better at hook work than Drake. Do not let nostalgia cloud your judgment. This man has lapped the competition for a while, and there's no end in sight. Number 4, Jay-Z. The Blueprint series of albums is probably the greatest flow of albums in sound and storytelling by a single artist. He did that because he wanted to. What came after was really what cemented him as a true giant in the hip-hop space. Founding Rockefeller and subsequently running Def Jam alongside other giants such as Rick Rubin and Damon Dash was only the beginning of an insane run for the Hova. Jay-Z did so much for rap, not only as an artist, but as an owner and CEO, showing others how to turn their craft into a profitable venture. Number 3, Biggie Smalls. Ask anyone what made the Notorious so special. Was it his flow? Maybe his Brooklyn style? Or was it his captivating presence? But your mistake was in trying to nail down the single thing that made him special. Because you see, it was actually the collection of all of those things that made him incredible. Biggie was rap. He embodied what it meant to be a rapper in the late 90s. He quite literally never missed on a single bar. Challenge you to find it. Again, another instance where if we could have only knew what he would do later in his life, if it wasn't cut so short. Number 2, Eminem. Jay, no. Everybody know. Don't mess with the white boy. These words were truthfully spoken by The Game in an interview after release of his now 8 times platinum album, Recovery. M is considered by everybody in the industry as a GOAT, if not the GOAT. His rhymes are untouchable. His storytelling is utterly unique to him for the good and for the bad. From hilarious cut piece disses to introspective, inspiring tracks that make you want to run through a brick wall, he can truly mold to whatever sound he wants to produce. Any way you cut it, M delivers. There is a reason he is the most intimidating figure in rap. Before I tell you the number 1 pick, I just want to thank you for making it this far in the video. And if you've enjoyed it so far, consider leaving a like. And for more ranking videos on topics such as MMA, hip hop, gaming, and all things harmlessly masculine, hit that subscribe button with notifications turned on. Now, let's jump into the number 1 pick for the best hip hop artist of all time. Number 1, Tupac Shakur. When you think of rap, think of Tupac. That's because every time he stepped on stage or in the studio, you knew he was about to make gold right then and there. He's probably the only person on this list who has the perfect combination of flow, lyricism, substance, and storytelling. He has created everything from club bangers like California Love to amazing tributes in Dear Mama to iconic diss tracks speaking of Hit 'Em Up. Then you just have all-out classic masterpieces like Ambitions of a Rider off of the iconic All Eyes on Me album. Craziest part about all of this is the fact that this man is only 25 years of age. He was killed. Imagine what the state of hip hop would be like if that tragedy never unfolded.